Are you in survival mode in your birth or baby business? Hello, my name's Anna Lagrange and I'm one half of BABA, the Birth and Baby Business Academy.
And my name is Liz, and I'm the other half of BABA Business, the community membership for birth and baby business owners. So when you just said that title, Anna, it made me think about like Bear Grylls, kind of, in a jungle, kind of, surviving, and his kind of reality shows. He's got one on Netflix at the moment. So it's not quite that bad, I'm sure, but I'm sure people listening or watching can recognize maybe when they're in survival mode in their business. And we think there's quite a few things that you do when you're in survival mode, and we've been there, and sometimes we're still there. Like it's something that can kind of come and go, but you need to really recognize when you're in survival mode.
Yeah, absolutely. I was reading a email the other day actually from somebody about your business having a nervous system, which I really love that concept, and
Yeah.
I think it's true. And I think for those of you who work with the nervous system, which a lot of you do, if you work in mind-body connection stuff, we know that when we are in survival mode, we're in that kind of emergency mode, kind of firefighting and getting things, trying to get things done on different, or perhaps it's just feeling like we haven't got enough time. We're not in a very good place for running a sustainable business or enjoying our business, because we're stressed out, we're in the wrong part of our nervous system ourselves.
Yeah.
So that means we're not very good at communicating. We're not going to be connecting very well with other humans, because we know that when we're in that fight, flight, freeze, we're not in a good social communication zone. We're not very good at connecting with ourselves or our intuition. So that might be that we're out probably, and I know we both recognize this as well, you're like in that time where you're almost like you don't know what to do, and you're out looking outside of yourself. What are others doing? Trying to get ideas. I need someone to show me how to do this. And of course, sometimes we do need to learn stuff. Learning is a part of building business. But if we kind of almost like so outside of ourselves that we're not, that we are constantly trying to get our ideas from other people, or, we're not feeling creative is what I'm trying to say, then that is a problem for your business, because your business needs your own personality, your creativity, your uniqueness. Otherwise it's not going to flow, it's not going to grow, and it's not going to feel much fun to work in either.
Yeah, definitely. I think on a practical level, like firefighting and being in survival mode can look like, just going from class to class, like getting people into one class or one term or one course, or filling your client quota for that month and then moving on to the next month, rather than having a bigger picture and an overall set of goals and a vision for your business. And that's not really how you grow. Like if you're just going, I'm going to fill this class, and then I'm going to fill that class, and then I'm going to do this, then you're just going like moment to moment, rather than tuning into, why you're doing this work, what you want to achieve, what the bigger picture is, what the vision is. And it kind of keeps you stuck. So if anyone's sort of thinking, I'm filling my classes, but my business isn't growing, well, it's probably because you're in survival mode and you're just doing that kind of class by class type of business management, rather than the other stuff that we've mentioned. And it's, I think it's really normal in a birth and baby business, especially especially if you're somebody who doesn't have a business background and you've come into this new, you do sort of start off with a bit of a firefighting approach. But now we're challenging you to think bigger, and to think more long term as well, because you really will benefit from it.
Yeah, I think especially in this day and age, we want to have a sustainable business, and that looks often like diversifying a little bit as well, and doing something a bit different, having different strands to your business. So if you're just starting out, we always say, keep it simple, just make one offer at a time. Don't come out there fresh with 10 different offers and then you're scattering yourself really thin. Once you've got to that point where you're clear on your messaging, like you said, your classes are, filling up,
Mhm.
You've kind of into a bit of a rhythm, start thinking about, okay, what else can I do? What else can I offer? How can
Mhm.
I bring a little bit of diversity to my business so that it makes it a bit more sustainable? I've got more than one stream of income, and I'm also keeping things fresh as well, because that is important, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Something else I think that really comes into this is money mindset. Now, we kind of
mm,
we're big into money mindset, we have to say, and it's something that we're actually working on right now, and we have done a lot of work on it in the past, and we know that it's something that birth and baby business owners struggle with, is the idea of thinking abundantly when it comes to money and finances and how much they can earn for their business. And I think when you don't have that kind of abundant money mindset, again, it can keep you in that kind of survival mode in your business, where you're just doing the classes, bringing the same amount of money in, or struggling to bring any money in. Whereas if you can work on your money mindset, and not just like the woo woo abundant side of money mindset, but also the practical side of money mindset, and becoming more familiar with your finances, and what you're spending and what's coming in and what's going out, it all encompassing, changing the way that you feel about money will also really help you to create a more sustainable business, a bigger business, and really help you align with your vision as well.
yeah, I like to think of money mindset, or think of money as in you need to have a good relationship with money. And if your relationship, if you think about it, try and think about it in terms of any other, intimate or close relationship you have in your life. Like, it needs work, it needs to be nurtured, it needs to be looked after. And if you're not doing that work, it's
Hmm.
basically going to bite you on the ass. It's not going to go well. It's not, your
Yeah.
money are not going to be friends.
Hmm.
So what that means is a bit like a similar, like if you like work, if you're in a relationship, in a partnership, and when a problem arises, you can either sweep it under the carpet and pretend it isn't there, which is unhealthy, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Or you can face it and you can be like, I will, and obviously with money, it feels like a bit of a one-sided thing, because you're going to be doing the thinking and the processing. You're not going to have another person on the other side doing that, which might make it easier, might not. But with money, it's thinking through, okay, so I'm feeling, let's give an example of pricing. Let's say you do want to start up a new service, but you really feel uncomfortable about the pricing for whatever reason. People come to us with this all the time, with
Hmm.
pricing fears. So a pricing fear is a money relationship problem that needs to
Yeah.
be processed and thought about and understood. So you need to dig down and work out, okay, where's that coming from? Why is that there? What stories am I telling myself? And really, like you would hopefully in a relationship, like dig through it and try and understand why you're feeling that. And only then, when you understand that, have you got a chance of starting to feel differently. And money wants you to feel differently. And when you are more open, and when your relationship with money is more in flow, money will come. It just does. When when your relationship is better with money, that does sound a bit wee woo, but you have to do these practical steps. You have to notice the blocks, and by blocks I just mean those areas of discomfort, or things that are
Mm.
interrupting asking for the sale, pricing something correctly, even having a booking, not having a booking system. All the stories people might tell themselves about not having a booking system and making payments complicated for people. That
Hmm.
is a money mindset issue, because it's so easy this day and age to set up a payment system so that people can just pay you. It's not
Yeah.
difficult. Well, it might be a bit technically challenging to start with, but you can always find someone who can help you to do it. So anything like that, any resistance you're feeling, work on it, because that is really going to help you move out of this kind of mindset of, oh, everything feels a bit hard, this is what I'm doing, how could I possibly fit more in, how could I offer something else, I'm already feeling overwhelmed, or overworked, or whatever. It's just going to open the doors a bit more to the possibilities, because when we are feeling good about money and about, like you said, going back to our why and the reasons for doing this, and we feel a little bit more in flow in business, that is when the creativity happens. And it's with the creativity and the outside of the box thinking that our businesses, can grow and become more sustainable, more profitable, more exciting, all of those things.
Yeah, definitely. So if you're feeling that you might be stuck in survival, then, definitely have a look at some of the things that we've talked about, like thinking bigger for your business, tuning into your why, understanding your relationship with money and how you feel about finances. Like, they would be really great places to start to help to get you out of survival mode. And yeah, we're really looking forward to doing some similar work to what we've been talking about at Baba Live, our first live event next Friday on the 28th. Yep. So wish us luck for that. We're very excited.
We are. And we'll probably return after that with some nuggets of wisdom the next few weeks and how that all went. And let us know on Instagram whether that resonates with you and whether you are struggling with some of those, some of that survival mode stuff. We are here to help, and we will see you on next week's episode.
Bye.
Bye.